Welcome to Lifestyle Buzz Today with Orlando. Fresh, innovative, entertaining talk about topics we are all in one way or another involved with. And now here's your host, Orlando Burgos.
Well, hello, my fellow humans all around the world. Welcome to another edition of the Connection to Better Living, or the antidote for boring radio. Speaking of boring, when will people accept the fact that the COVID is going to be around from now on? And, hey, we need to chill about this masks thing. Everybody worries still. There's a lot of, now there's a monkey thing going around, and forget it. You know what? This is almost like the flu. Nobody's getting masks for the flu. So we need to all chill, relax, be cool, all right? Let's move forward. Let's leave it aside. The best thing to do to cure the problem is to stop talking about it, okay? Get vaccinated or don't get vaccinated or whatever. Just know the fact that it's here and we need to move on. Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. Well, you know what? It's kind of a messed up business, but it's really not anyone's business at all. It's theirs, okay? Let's move on, okay? I'm in a move on mood today. I don't know if you noticed that, Mike, but, what can I say?
Yeah, the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp saga is tough to stomach, to have all the personal details about one's relationship aired out in public. It's going to not help, I think, either one of them.
You know what? I don't really get the idea of today why we are all turning into voyeurs. We need to really be involved in everybody else's lives. And I think that has to do with the social media thing. But
also, both they're famous people, and famous people, or get lionized in the culture. Johnny Depp's been as famous as probably as long as I've been alive. So
yeah. Now the whole thing is, why does he have a British accent when he's from Kentucky? Well, everybody, he's always been from Kentucky, so why now make an issue of it?
He's a weirdo. He's always been a weirdo. And do you expect him not to be a weirdo now?
Yeah, I know. That you said it just right. Everybody has always known and enjoyed him the way he is, and all of a sudden it's like big problem, okay? Anyway, we're going to be talking, I went to a dive show. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about the water world. We're also going to be talking about try to regroup and try to recenter your life a little bit. We're going to be touching on that. What else? We're going to be talking about health issues. We're going to, to live better, we need to be healthy. I've always preached that. So we're going to be talking a little bit about how to stay a little bit ahead of the game by thinking healthy and eating healthy and all of that. Because you know what? We need to start getting outdoorsy. We need to start getting active. We need to start leaving the house a little bit more and really be with the community. So in order to do that, we need to be in good shape, all right? We're going to be talking about the high prices of gas and the baby formula and all of that good stuff in segment 5. So we got a lot to cover here. So when we come back, welcome to the water world. Be right back.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Sponsored by Specialty Medical. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. That's 800-846-2153.
All right, we are back, and last week I attended the Long Beach Scuba Show, and I have to say it was a lot of fun. I mean, I really, really enjoyed it. Now, I've been going to trade shows for a great number of years, for the travel business, for the car business, for whatever. And this was not a disappointment at all. It has that carnival feel about it that it really perks you up. It really does, you know. All the booths, all the coloring and the sounds and noises and people trying to sell you things. And it's really, really great. But the sport itself is like, oh my God. I am not a certified diver, but I have gone down with tanks, you know, in a clandestine kind of way out of the Galapagos Islands, to where I actually got pretty much scared. So I'll tell you a little bit later. I mean, there is so much to discover. And the funny thing is that all the fans were looking for something specific. Like there was one outfit called, well, I'm not going to give names, but anyway, they specialize in going to where the shark-infested waters are to dive. And one of them is actually an island that belongs to my country, Costa Rica. It's closer to Colombia, but belongs to Costa Rica. It's world famous, the Cocos Island. And people pay thousands and thousands of dollars to go there to dive with hammerhead sharks.
Yeah, there's two ways I think you can do it, right? You can do it where you're actually lowered in a cage, right? And so like you're surrounded by iron bars so the sharks can get you. I've also seen divers dive in shark-infested waters. Why they do this, I do not know. But they dive in like what looks like a chainmail suit. So if they do get bit, they're not pierced.
Well, I don't know how that works because, you know, chainmail, pretty heavy. They're going to be like walking on the bottom there most of the time. But no, but you know what? Actually, you're right about the cages. In Cocos Island, for some reason or another, they go, the hammerheads have a tendency to be closer to the surface, milling around. And the love of these divers is to go down below them to see them interact up there.
Well, also, too, I think if you are below the hammerhead sharks, they won't consider you prey. If you're on the surface, they would consider you prey, correct?
You know what? I don't know enough about the diving world, you know, but what I hear many times is that this is one of the reasons why a lot of the divers today are using bright suits. I don't know that the sharks are really cognizant of color. But the fact is what they think is that what they have arrived at in many cases is that in many cases the black suits resemble seals. So, I mean, I don't know what the deal is, but I talked to a couple of people and they said, oh, well, no, they're fine. And I'm going like, no. I actually had a kind of a strange experience in Galapagos Islands where I was on a boat, a ship. And the captain says, come on, I'll go with you. We'll go down there to see the sharks, the black-tip sharks. They're not that huge, but they're pretty good size. So anyway, I got the tanks on, and I went down there with him, and he's pointing at those sharks are at the bottom of the sand, laying there. They're doing nothing. They're just resting, you know. So he goes behind one and grabs the tip of the tail. You know, it just kind of wiggles it a little bit. And the shark goes, whoosh, shoots like a bullet right forward, right? So he points at one and tells me to do that. And I kind of snuck onto the thing and I did the same thing, very gentle. I just kind of wiggled the thing. Yeah. And this sucker just went whoo, backwards, hit my head, knocked my mask off. All of a sudden, I'm like all upside down, and I'm like, why? What happened to me here?
Yeah, there's the old adage, never pull a tiger's tail, and I guess that goes for sharks too.
Shark, yeah. So anyway, I mean, that was my experience with sharks, and I like snorkeling. I've done the diving with tanks a couple of times. And for some reason or another, the fact that you're kind of in a tunnel vision type of thing, for me, is a little bit unsettling.
Yeah, I am not certified either. We did do some scuba diving training for Boy Scouts, and it's really, really fun, especially if you're like maybe in like 25, 30 feet maximum. Anything deeper than that, when you have to like start calculating like ascent times and like gas mixtures,
Yeah.
it gets a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
But like you said, snorkeling, I mean, still remember the very first time, you know, I went to Hawaii, into Maui, and to be in water that you can actually see through, and just to see all that wildlife, all that, just that wonder of underneath the sea was just such a evocative experience.
I mean, it is something that unless you're actually there, it's sometimes difficult to explain. But have you ever heard of the San Blas Islands in Panama? It's like a coral surrounding around the island, right? And then there's like you go out, I don't know how many yards, but far. But then there's like a drop that goes straight down, like for hundreds and hundreds of feet, right? So I'm snorkeling there, and there's all these color fish, and there's eels, and all kinds of beautiful things happening. And I get to the edge of the coral, and I look down, and I see movement down there, you know? And I'm like, okay. There's like bubbles coming up and the whole thing. And I start kind of like swimming back because I don't know what's coming, but I figure it's shallow enough to where it's not going to really come in on top of the coral. And all of a sudden, these gigantic claws come up from the edge of the reef, and I'm like, okay. And then this guy, the diver, with the lobster that I swear to God, Mike, had to be like, I don't know, 3 feet long. I mean, the gigantic lobster. And he comes to the surface, so I stand up and I go to the surface, and he goes by me, and he goes, dinner. Because that's everything you eat we were at a place called Dolphin Island, which is part of the San Blas archipelago, and it's you can actually throw a stone from one edge of the island to the other, and it's beautiful. All you do is just rest and enjoy the sun and swim and eat good food, good fresh food. So that is one of the things that you can discover when you're out there diving and traveling. And one of the things, though, I do suggest that people don't do like I do, that just put the tanks on and go. I recommend that people go to PADI or NAUI. Those are the authorities that can license you, and get training. It's not bad. It's right here, right up in California. You can find it different places. By the way, in California, really quick, the kelp forest is something that needs to be discovered too. So I enjoyed it. I recommend it. Go for it. We'll be right back.
Is Is your bathroom looking old and worn out? Want to update it, but you don't know where to start? Then let BCI Bath and Shower show you how to turn that old bath into an aisle of beauty and functionality. Our residential bathroom solutions provide the best value on the market, and our customer service is second to none. Our cost-effective BCI Bath and Shower family of products has what you need.
Remodeling our bathroom was a big decision for us.
They didn't make a mess out of our house at all. And at the end of the day, we had a beautiful new bathroom. And it was a great experience the whole way through.
We have the best monthly payment programs in the industry, with payments as low as $68 per month or no interest, no payments for 18 months. That's right. Get the bathroom of your dreams now and pay for it in 2022. Call 1-800-455-7923 for a free no-obligation price quote. That's 1-800-455-7923. When you want quality bathroom products at a great price, it's got to be BCI Bath and Shower. That's 1-800-455-7923.
When you really want Italian food, you have got to get to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Today, it seems so hard to enjoy just a little bit of easy. So much of life seems to get in the way. But fear not, seekers of fabulous food and fun and thrill. Columbo's is Southern California's answer to Easy Street. Great grub with some of the finest steaks, the freshest fish awaiting for you to devour. Did I mention Columbo's family Italian recipes? Columbo's spaghetti bolognese, their chicken pesto ravioli, magnifico, and of course, the world's greatest meatballs. I can go on. But why go on when you can go on over to Columbo's and experience delicious and easy for yourself? Columbo's, of course, that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's, mangia bene.
You've heard me talk about MyPillow, and now Mike has done it again by introducing his new slippers. I love these. He's taken over 2 years to develop them. They're designed to wear indoor, outdoor, all day long. They're made with MyPillow foam and impact gel to help prevent fatigue. They're made with quality leather suede. Now, for a limited time, Mike's offering them 50% off on his new MyPillow slippers. 50% off. The My Slippers are so comfortable. You'll want to get some for the whole family. I wear mine. I look like a movie actor, like Robert Davi or Fred Dreyer on a movie set. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio listener square, and use the promo code HORN. You'll also get deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the Giza Dream bed sheets, the MyPillow mattress topper, the MyPillow towel sets, or you can call 800-889-6959 and use the promo code HORN. That's 800-889-6959. Use the promo code HORN, or go to MyPillow.com and use the promo code HORN.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Alrighty, so by now you should be ready to call Nawi and Patty and go swim. One of the things that I've always preached in the show here, because one of the things by the fact that I sell travel is you need to actually maintain a certain health level in order to enjoy life the best. Not everything is a flat beach and a Chase lounge and a swim up bar. There's people, there's jungles, there's mountains, there's high altitudes, there's rappelling, you name it. The enjoyment of life is about tasting the different. And one of the things that you need to do is to maintain a certain level of mental health and physical health, both. One of the things that I want to talk about now is the fact that in order to stay centered and to be able to realize your dreams, you also need to develop non-negotiables. And such a staging of your life includes your business cycle, your leisure time. Everything needs to be not planned per se, but segmented so that you can do all of it and do it well. Otherwise, what happens is that you start cutting corners and something will go amiss, and that evolves into a bigger problem. Am I in the right track there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So my thing that I want to encourage is the non-negotiables is very simple things to do, which is if you're working, don't get used to the idea of, well, you're always in a rush, so you're going to eat from your table, from your desk, in front of your computer. Take your time, have your meal, enjoy yourself, enjoy what you're eating, go brush your teeth, and then come back and do your work. In the meantime, try not to be distracted from what you're doing. You have your tasks, start them, finish them. Start them, finish them. Very important, because if in the middle of doing something you decide that you want to check your Facebook, or you want to decide that you want to, call a friend to say hello or whatever, that cuts the thinking pattern totally off. You know what? And that's no good. It's very difficult to get back into the same groove if you don't finish your task. So I used to be one that I used to smoke while working and all of that, drink coffee. I find that so distracting nowadays. So I don't smoke anymore, but even drinking coffee. So I have a glass of water there, maybe. And what I do is I segment my tasks in doable periods of time too. But there are times when you try to do something that will take a day, try to do it in an hour, forget it, it's not going to happen. So just segment your time so that you can finish. If you need to make a phone call, make the phone call, get a response, figure out what the answer to the question was or whatever, make sure you send that, and then you move on to the next item. Okay? So.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of making lists. Yeah. I'm holding one right here. I've been doing this show for a long time. I can pretty much do this show with my eyes closed, but I still will make a list because you never know, what you're going to forget or what you're going to remember. Yeah. It's also really good routine too. So it's like you just start your routine, and I'll make lists pretty much every day about what I have to get accomplished during that day, how long each one of those tasks is going to take. And so I can kind of budget my time and really have like a reference. And also it feels good checking things off lists.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I mean, I have to tell you one thing, that I have always been one that multitasks, and I have always had the advantage that my memories has always worked fine. Now it still works fine and everything else, but for some reason or another, there are more distractions. I find myself that bad habit, and I'm confessing here. I make a note on the back of an envelope that I happen to have right there, and then I take the envelope and I throw it away, and I go like, oh, I had a note there, and then I have to dive in. So now I bought myself an agenda and a book, and like you with a page there, write things down, check them off.
It's always very wise to have a lot of scratch paper at your office right there that's accessible.
But you know what? I surprised myself being so disorganized because I was a pilot, and you have to go through checklists every single time, no matter how many times you've flown that plane. So we'll be right back.
Now you can get generic Viagra shipped to your door for about $2 a pill. Get the same impact for less. Call Steelman Pills now and get the same blue pill for about $2 a pill. Call now for the 50-pill special and save even more. Plus, get a free bonus.
800-605-1683. 800-605-1683. 800-605-1683. That's 800-605-1683.
This is a potter's field. When people can't pay for their funerals, they are buried here. It is a lonely, desolate place, littered with unmarked headstones. No one visits. No one leaves flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way. For as low as $1 a day, you can ensure your family will have the money to pay your funeral expenses. We offer burial insurance plans that pay up to $30,000. Considering the average funeral costs more than $10,000, that's peace of mind for your family. There are no medical exams, your rates won't increase, and your policy cannot be canceled as long as you make your premium payments. Call now to get approved in minutes and ensure your final resting place is more than just a pauper's grave in a potter's field.
800-305-9102. 800-305-9102. 800-305-9102. That's 800-305-9102. Paid for by Final Expense Direct.
For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master plan destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Ka'anapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Ka'anapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit Ka'anapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com.
Hi everyone, Fred Dreyer here, reminding all of you to join me for a very special event coming your way Sunday, June 12th at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern. Meet me at GalaxyCon.com for a free question and answer session, then stick around for a one-on-one video chat with me. You and I can chat one-on-one, plus there are autographs and more. Sign up now at GalaxyCon.com. That's GalaxyCon.com, GalaxyCon.com. Remember, you can personally chat with me on Sunday, June 12th, but you have to sign up before the event. I want to talk with you. So head over to GalaxyCon.com and sign up today. It all takes place Sunday, June 12th at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Time with me, Fred Dreyer. Go to GalaxyCon.com and sign up now. See you Sunday the 12th at GalaxyCon.com.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
All right. I want to mention one thing about the non-negotiables. Make sure that one of the things that's very important is to have a set starting time and a set quitting time. Sometimes it's hard, but sometimes, especially now when people are working at home, that it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Dinner time, then they go back to the computer and do something else. Try not to do that if you can. I mean, if not, well.
And also, try to maybe, especially if you work in a team environment, realize your tasks oftentimes abut other people's tasks. I'm subtweeting somebody right now. Yeah. So, I mean, like, if you were kind of, a little bit lackadaisical about getting something that you need to get done, oftentimes others are waiting for you to get that done so they can move on with their tasks. Yeah. I'm not mentioning any names.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, like, you need to actually be cognizant of your surroundings and who you're dealing with and all of that. But by the same token, make sure that you're responsible to the people that you're dealing with to do it in a timely manner. So, yeah. Anyway, again, staying healthy. One of the biggest organs that we have in the body that actually takes abuse like crazy is the liver. And I know that for a fact because I was diagnosed with having fatty liver. And I hate to bring myself into the picture all the time, but the fact is that, when I speak from experience because I have gone through a lot of the stuff and come out on the winning side, luckily. So the liver is one of the, I mean, it has to do with weight gain and weight loss. It has to do with heart problems. It has to do, and I'm not a doctor, okay? So, I'm just doing this because I do love to take care of myself. I'm my best fan. So I've had situations where I need to adjust my way of living in order to stay active. Okay, so the liver can help you regain. A clean liver regains lost energy. Gets rid of toxins. Now, again, I am not a doctor, but I was diagnosed with fatty liver, and it scared the bejesus out of me enough to I can actually did a lot of research. Have you ever thought about?
Yeah, I'm familiar with the condition. I mean, the liver is like, if anybody out there has a pool, like your liver is like your pool cleaner for your blood.
Yeah.
And so, you got to take care of that thing.
Yeah, it creates red cells, white cells, whatever they happen to be. But like I said, one of the things is that there's plenty of research out there. I'm not a scientist, but yet I was interested enough to be able to see for my needs. And I found several, and I'm a big believer in natural healing. I was raised in Costa Rica with homeopathic medicine. So I'm a believer that everything that is good for you is in nature. So I found these capsules that help boost up the activity of the liver. And in a period of like 18 months, I was diagnosed with a clean liver. Yeah. So, and I'm a drinker. I mean, I'm not as I used to, but I do enjoy liquor and wine and, that type of stuff. Fatty foods, can I say? And it's functioning fine. So, what else can I say? Do you ever take any supplements for?
I take a baby aspirin every day.
Do you? Yeah.
Because at a certain age, you should probably start thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
I used to take multivitamins, but I found that they were a little bit hard on the stomach and they're expensive too.
Yeah.
Multivitamins can be, a couple bucks a pill, and you take 2 of those a day.
Yeah.
And so what I really try to do is, supplement my diet. Like I try to eat leafy greens, which is good for circulation. I try to get enough beta carotene, and also I try to stay in this. I try to get some sunshine.
Yeah.
I'll use sunscreen, of course, to avoid. But you get a lot of vitamin D and a lot of energy just from being outside and being active.
Yeah. No, you know what I mean.
And also drink a lot of water, folks.
Yeah.
Try to drink. You take whatever your body weight is in pounds, divide that by 2. That's how many ounces of water you should be drinking a day.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
So I need to drink like 100.
Yeah, I'm like at 55 gallons at this point.
I know. I might as well just go and put a needle in my arm and walk around with a 55-gallon drum. But no, it is necessary. As we live our lives, we take for granted that everything's going to be just fine. And it was just fine when you were 20, and it was fine when you were 25, and it was not so cool when you were 35, and so on and so forth. So as you get older, you need to keep fine-tuning how you live your life. And you know what? Where I used to eat a steak that would cover the plate, and I'm talking like one of those big plates, now I enjoy myself with the one that is like less than the size of my hand, so everything is fine. I mean, like I'm lucky that I'm getting closer to my weight that I want to be at. I've lost some.
I've noticed that you've lost some weight.
Yeah, so just getting more handsome every day, man, I tell you. No, but seriously, I like life. I enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy the activity. I enjoy going out. I enjoy partying. I enjoy everything about it. I mean, to me, it's like it's the only way to go. Stay alive, stay healthy, and find out information about cleaning your liver. Very important. That's what we were talking about just the segment. It is possible to really reverse a lot of, the liver is the only organ that actually regrows itself.
Yeah, you could lose almost 2/3 of your liver you could lose, and it'll regenerate.
It'll regenerate, yeah. So, but it's also something that can actually harm you very much if you let it go. So, make sure you find ways to keep it healthy and stay with us, because there's a lot of lifestyle buzz coming back. Okay? We'll be right back.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-349-6855. 800-349-6855. 800-349-6855. That's 800-349-6855.
Have you heard about Vine to Bar chocolate? It's the winemaker's chocolate, the world's first chocolate made with well-vined Chardonnay marc from the beautiful coastal vineyards of North America. Gently pressed grapes are harvested after juicing, dried and finely milled and carefully blended into the finest dark chocolate. The Chardonnay marc contains highly beneficial grape nutrients, flavanols, and has a natural sweetness that flavors the luscious dark chocolate. Mouth-watering, flavorful, delectable dark chocolate goodness with Chardonnay sweetness and beneficial nutrients. And it's alcohol-free, too. It's Vine to Bar chocolate. Order some today at vinetobar.com. That's VINETOBAR.com. Cold shipped to your door, it's Vine to Bar. Vine to Bar chocolate. Visit us at vinetobar.com.
All right. Well, yesterday was Armed Forces Day. I want a big hug for my people in uniform, past and present. A little late, but anyway. Today is Sherlock Holmes Day. So I guess we need to go figure out some kind of a...
We got to go commit some crimes.
We're going to have to solve some crimes. And one of the biggest crimes today that I want to talk about is the high price of gasoline and climate change and what else? Food. And I think one of the things is that where a lot of people see that and they get all wired about it is the fact that for whatever reason that gasoline is high, the main blame, I guess, people or the target is that is because of climate change. Do you agree with that?
Well, I think there's multiple reasons why gas prices are high. Obviously, it's supply issues from Russia during the Russia-Ukraine war. I think also there's so much speculation in the oil markets, and I think a little bit you're right. It's we know that oil, fossil fuels in general are a fixed commodity. There's only so much out there.
Yeah,
and so I think there's a lot of speculation. And also, I mean, there's, here in California, We're paying about $1.50 more because we have, I think we pay 43.8 cents per gallon, the highest national gas, the highest gas tax in the country. Just this morning in Orlando, I went and got gas, and I opened my wallet and I took all the money out of my wallet. I even had change from my ashtray in my car. I had $81 and about 74 cents. So $81.74. I go into the gas station, I plop it all on the counter and be like, all this on number 6, please. It got me 3/4 of a tank. It didn't even fill my tank.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's really getting to the point where it really creates a lot of stress in people, and people always bring things down to the most common denominator, and obviously it's hate for Biden is going to be the common thing. But the fact is that there's also a lot of, we all recognize that a clean environment is very important, okay? But I think there's also way too much promotion of the world's coming to an end because, filth in the air and that type of stuff. And what happens is that, people really don't understand the fact that the earth is going to be fine. I mean, seriously. I think it would be pretentious to think that we are going to save the planet. I mean, it's gone through natural disasters, tornadoes, floods, the ice age, sun flares, meteorites, everything. Earthquakes, explosions, nuclear tests. You name it, everything has happened. I cannot really understand why people all of a sudden they think that because of spritz of hairspray or an aluminum can is going to make a big difference, So I think people need to start. There is a need to find an alternate source. So far, it has been proven that the wind turbines they work, but they're not sufficient to sustain. Even Elon Musk is saying that the electric car is having problems because there's just so little of the raw material for the batteries.
Yeah, the batteries. That's where it gets super tricky. Is that the batteries are made with these rare earth metals, and really the only way you can get these rare earth metals is mine them through heavy industry. So that it's really kind of hard to and I think we need to definitely move away from fossil fuels just because it's if once we get the production capacity down, there's less moving parts and they're just more efficient to manufacture and to service and maintain. But what bothers me is people are saying well, you're sick of paying $6 a gallon for gas, get an electric car. And I'm like, okay, well, where is there? Point me in the direction of an electric car that I can buy for $25,000. There's not one really out there.
That's just the problem.
And then let's say I do get that electric car, or I'm driving down the road in my current car, which averages about 38 miles to the gallon to begin with, and I'm getting yelled at when I'm listening to NPR about how I need to get an electric car. And then I look over to my left, there's an 18-wheeler. I look over to my other right, there's another 18-wheeler that are both pumping out diesel at 4 miles to the gallon. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, there is such a controversy because, we're talking about, we need to save on fuel and this and that. Did you hear what happened when Biden went to Korea?
Mm-mm.
He was supposed to take a document that he'd left behind. So he had to fly a jet with somebody with a piece of paper that he needed to sign over there.
They don't have a fax machine? You couldn't fax it over? You couldn't take a picture of that with your phone and then email it?
I guess he needed the original. So, I mean, you see things like that and it just doesn't make sense, and that's actually my thing where I tell people you need to pull back a little bit and chill a little bit and really.
Yeah, I mean, right now the Cannes Film Festival is going on. You see a lot of actors who on their Instagram and Twitter talk about a lot about green energy and all that, but they're all flying private over to Cannes.
Oh, did I miss the trip?
The invitation got left in the mail.
Oh man, and my jet's standing by nice waiting for me. All right, we'll be right back.
you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Sponsored by Specialty Medical. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. That's 800-846-2153.
What are you so happy about? I'm on the pill. Aren't you two a bit old to worry about having more kids? Not her, me. You lost me there, buddy. Steelman pills. Things weren't always looking up, if you catch my drift. So, my doctor prescribed me a little something. Like Viagra? Yeah, but that's expensive, and it wasn't covered by my insurance. Steelman pills cost me less than $3 a pill, and virtually the same effect. I just called and got over 40 pills for only $99. I have this friend who might be looking and... Well, if your friend wants some help, the consultation is free over the phone. No clinic. Steelman Pills sends it in the mail in a confidential package. I'm on it. I mean, my friend will be on it.
Steelman Pills, going the extra mile to help men with erectile dysfunction.
800-605-1683. 800-605-1683. 800-605-1683. That's 800-605-1683.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. That's 800-378-3212.
We are back again, and we have one of our. I want Mike to tell us about an event that's going to happen here with one of our great hosts.
That's correct. Yeah, thank you very much, Orlando. Folks, check out GalaxyCon.com. That's GalaxyCon.com, where you can find out more information about a very special event that Mr. Fred Dryer, actor and former professional football player, will be having. This event will be on June 12th at 11 a.m. Pacific time and 2 p.m. Eastern time. Go and get your RSVP at GalaxyCon.com. It'll be a Q&A, a live Q&A, as well as personal one-on-ones. And so for more information for this event with Mr. Fred Dryer on June 12th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern, go to GalaxyCon.com. That's GalaxyCon.com.
Okay, and what is he going to be talking about?
Whatever the audience wants to hear about. So that's what
okay,
the
so it's going to be like an open forum.
Exactly, open forum, fielding questions. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. So if you're a fan of Fred Dryer, a Rams fan of the show Hunter, or just a sports fan in general, or a fan of Hollywood, make sure to check it out at GalaxyCon.com.
Yep, you're all invited because, I mean, if you want true knowledge about many topics, Mr. Fred Dryer is the man to share that with you. Okay, the guy is very cool, and it's going to be fun. So don't miss it. Next week, we have a very special guest that is a martial art master, Mr. Edward Chin. And he's also an actor and a producer. And we're going to be talking a lot about the entertainment business, and maybe get some pointers about some karate chops or whatever, The guy's very, very knowledgeable, very active in the business. So next week, tune it in. This week I had a little bit of a hiccup, and I got delayed a little bit on my posting of some of the travel programs that I've been talking about. Sadly, we had somebody in the family pass into a better world, and so we've been dealing with that for the entire week. So anyway, but coming this week, we'll be back on track. But in the meantime, if you want more information about all the programs that we have, please visit our website at lifestylebuzz.today. And we're right there. Okay. So also visit our new website at luxtravel.buzz. All right. So,
summertime is coming. And so, if Orlando piqued your interest, whetted your appetite for maybe do some diving or some snorkeling, make sure to check out Lux Travel Buzz and book your trip tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, it's taking a couple of years to get back in the groove of things, and the business itself is getting really, really almost to like a 90%. There's still a little bit of, like right now the situation is with the pricing of tickets, air tickets that are high because of the gas, but it will stabilize. It'll stabilize quickly. And the way we also have it is that you can make plans and pay on time, pay little segments at a time until the time comes when you get bored. We can do that. So we'll be posting more information on our website, so visit it often, and you'll see how easy it can be. Okay? With that in mind, last words, Michael.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
All right. See you guys later.
Yeah. We'll see you next week. It's going to be fun. Bye-bye.